This is the gathering of lions, men who communicate. We are men who communicate, love people, and break down strongholds. Men who impact families, communities, cities, states, countries, and the world. Men who are successful because of the biblical statutes in their lives. Men who inspire and encourage others to be the people God created them to be from the inside out. We are men of love and grace. This is the gathering of lions, men who communicate. Let's get started.
The Gathering of the Lions, Man Who Communicate. Minister D back again. It's a blessing to be back. Wow. The topic we're talking about today is grace to victory. It's going to be a blessing today. I have a guest today. This brother has touched my heart with some words, Lord, that he didn't even know that he said. Sylvester Abakah. So what we're trying to do here is basically just, it's a brother out there that's going through something and that needs somebody, that word, to strike his heart, to let him know that he's a better way to go and hear something that'll change his heart. Yeah. And I do believe this is what this ministry is about. But I'd like for you to elaborate on some of your life, or what you have done in life.
Okay. So for myself, being I'll say young. I have a baby face, even though I got the gray hair. It's just a sprinkle of wisdom. But for me, I'm African American young man. Okay. Come from a African household. My parents are from Ghana, so I'm born on the south side of Atlanta. To kind of give, for those that live in Atlanta, a kind of idea of some of my upbringing. Yeah. I came home, College Park, so I would hear, "What's up, shouting?" Yeah. I would hear that, but then I go to school in Sandy Springs. So that area, of course, predominantly white, and in that area is, "Hello, Sylvester." So, and then when I come into the house, I hear, "Hey, Kojo, come and do this." So I'm very diverse, and I've been able to not only get to know so many different people, be able to blend with so many different people, and in some ways, there's this term that goes around of kind of code switching. But for me, I've learned at an early age that I don't need to code switch. I can literally be myself wherever I am. So whether I am in College Park around certain people, or I'm in a Sandy Springs or a predominantly white area, or if I'm in a ministry setting, I'm always who I am. Wow. So it's something that I learned that truth never has to be rehearsed. So if you keep it consistent as who you are, you don't have to practice or think, well, who am I in front of? Wherever I am, it could be the president, it can be somebody working at Chick-fil-A. I'm going to be this exact same person. I smile 24/7, not because I'm some cornball, but because I'm happy and I get to. My mom taught me at an early age. She actually told me I used to be very mean looking. So I had a very straight face with a lot of things and was kind of like the bully child. Yeah. So my brothers had this funny saying where they would say when I was hungry, I called myself the man as a baby. So I say the man wants to eat. And I'll go around like the man wants to eat, the man wants to eat. So as growing up, my mom would tell me, she said, "You need to smile because people are going to be scared of you. You look ugly when you don't smile." Wow. Not that she said I was ugly, but she was like, you need to exude what you are on the inside. So I was like, well, I want to be cute, so I'm going to smile a little bit, show my teeth. So, so in a nutshell, that's me. I'm a creative. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a brother, uncle. I am a man. Wow. Ultimately, and I'm somebody who understands who they are in Christ, and I don't have to, again, sugarcoat it because I'm friends with the person that sold drugs, the person that is in the club all the time, also the super brainiac. Those are all my people. So I'm just just who I am, and I like to kind of be that at all times.
Wow. That's a good thing, and that's a good character that you can carry, man. Because the fact is, a lot of people want people that's real, being who they are, and not just being phony, and people don't like, really, personally, me, I think people don't like people that being so phony and not really being who they are.
Yeah, of course.
Being who you are, I think it's the inner part of you, which is the identity of you. Yeah. And that identity can be, I'm the righteousness of God, and that I know God, and everything. So that's a good thing, I think, for most men should carry. Just being themselves. That's a blessing, man. But also, it was a question in the back of my mind this morning when I woke up, and it was talking about grace. Our topic today is grace to victory. and it was saying, the question was that when you are in the Mosaic law, and you come into this new law, which is the grace law, how do you make that transition as being in the Mosaic law and coming into the grace law? Your opinion about it. Go ahead.
Well, for me, I'll say before I fully understood the Mosaic law, of course, you just kind of focus on 10 commandments and don't do this, don't do this. For me, it used to always bother me because I realized early that no matter what I did, I couldn't get it. Like I might have gotten 7, but there was 1. And then when I learned later, it was not just 10, it's 613. And when I came across, I was like, and then reading Leviticus, and I said, listen, y'all can have all that. That's when I tell you the amount of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, coming from an African background, Ghanaian, we came up where, especially when you're to go to college or to go to school, there was no option outside of the medical field, a lawyer, medical field. So as you have to be a doctor, but I hated blood. I didn't like the sight of blood. So already I'm kind of going in of, okay, you have to be this way. And in addition, culturally, you don't use your left hand for anything, because that's your unclean hand. So much so that my little brother actually was left-handed, but he's right-handed now. So with that kind of lets you know a little insight into when you think about, okay, well, following tradition or following rules or whatever the case may be. So for me, growing up, you kind of felt like you were walking through a landmine. It's because you always wanted to get it right, even though you wouldn't actually get it right. And then when you got it wrong, you try to figure out, well, how can I be perfect? But you can't be perfect. So now relating that to the Mosaic law, I found myself, okay, well, God said don't do this, but I feel like I keep doing this. And it was so much pressure to the point, and let me just ask, how real can we be?
Yeah, we can be real.
Okay, cool. So to the point that I used to, growing up, I struggled ridiculously with pornography.
Wow.
Like ridiculously, to the point where I remember early on, I remember having a conversation with one of my cousins, and I told him, I said, I don't know what's going on. Like I grew up on, I'm talking about, I don't know if you know.
That's good. That's
the
good.
Channels.
Yeah,
certain channel. Like we didn't have it, but I found like my dad's stash. So it was a certain channel. Those that know, it was a 9 and an 8 or a 99. You can turn your brightness up a certain way, and you can see stuff at the top and the bottom. So I was creative enough to be able to form a picture at an early age. I'm talking about like 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
So with that, I kind of found myself eventually going down this path of I just keep looking at it.
Wow.
Right? And it was almost, I couldn't really control it. And I was really thinking something's wrong with me. And I had a conversation with my cousin. I said, I don't know what's going on. I was like, I just keep looking at it. I keep looking at it, you know. And he was like, oh, that's nothing. I do it all the time, like 2 or 3 times a day. I said, so it's okay.
It's not long.
Yeah. So for me, I took that, and you know, it's like I'm already beating myself up because I feel like I just can't get it right. But then to feel almost like this green light from somebody I confide in, some like literally my best friend, I'm like, okay, so it's okay. Even though I still felt that pressure. Now, with that, I remember when I came across, if your eye causes you to sin, plug it out. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. And I was like, well, that's causing me to sin. I was like, you know what? I ain't touching that. Even though I had the thought, like, because thinking about the law, I'm like, no, I'm not. It got to be another way.
Yeah.
Because I'm not cut. I ain't cutting that off. Please. So with that, I remember what really changed for me as far as transition is when I was reading in Romans 6. I believe it's Romans 6, when Paul is talking about basically how much of every time I try to do right, I keep messing up. The things I want to do, I don't do. The things that I know that I shouldn't do, that's the things I keep doing. And for me, when I tell you, it was like a light bulb, because I'm like, yeah, the things that I want to do, like I don't do the things I don't want to do. I keep doing, like, oh, wretched man that I am, who can save me? And it leads to, of course, I believe it's Romans 7:1. If I'm mistaken, y'all
That's
correct
okay.
me, because it's either Romans 6 or Romans 7. I just more read. I be trying not to memorize. But anyway, another topic. But I remember when I saw that, it really like freed me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, now, this man, literally in Romans, is talking about the pressures of trying to fulfill the law in himself, and the fact that it exposed how much of the issues that he actually was carrying. And he was like, "I'm struggling to try to get right, and you can almost label me as Paul can't get right." And that's the way I saw myself. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I'm trying, I just can't break it. And I saw immediately right there has to be another way. And again, oh, wretched man that I am, who can save me from this? And there's only one answer. And now that leads me into talking about, as far as with grace, which was my transition, because it just made sense. I was like, so you mean to tell me I'm supposed to uphold all these standards and all these laws?
Yes.
But Jesus finished, and he literally fulfilled everything I'm supposed to uphold. So if he's upholding it, now what? I'm supposed to live in his shadow and uphold what he upheld? Actually, I can receive what he finished, receive what he's already completed for me, and now live my life from what he finished, rather than trying to live up to finishing it for myself. What sense does that make? Like, when you really think about it. So for me, that freed me, because not only the pressure of feeling like, all right, how am I going to get it right? But I can't get it right, but I'm still trying. I'm striving to be perfect by my willpower. But no matter how hard I tried, I kept creating this red button of, as long as I can do it good, I'll be all right. Well, that worked Monday through Thursday. But then on Friday morning, something happened. And now I'm beating myself up. And now it's Saturday. And now I go to church on Sunday and I go get saved again. That is a crazy roller coaster. To live your life getting saved every week. Like, listen, that's a waste of time. Especially if he finished it like I said that I believe he did. Why not receive what he did instead of trying to struggle and I'm trying to live up to all these rules and laws, but he fulfilled it? I'm not wasting no time. I'd rather live a life from victory.
Yes.
So that's my transition. Instead, like, just more realizing what he did compared to what I'm trying to do. He did it. So instead, let me just lean into what he did. Let me receive what he did. Let me believe what he did. And let me understand that I get to live from his place of victory rather than trying to get victory myself, because I just can't measure up.
Wow. But, like you said, there was a brother out there that's probably going through a lot of porn himself and don't really know how to come out of it. You just showed an example to how you really can do this. And brother, I hope this brother out there to receive that sometimes it's a word. It's picking up the Bible sometime and finding out exactly God will give you a spirit on the inside of you that know that you got this capability to overcome this obstacle. Sometimes we think we can't overcome. But if we really sit down and meditate on this situation, God will help you through the way. It won't be only just on your ability, but it also will be, God's ability, that supernatural ability comes in when you're in your private room, when you need somebody to help you, when you know that my weakness, that I'm weak, but God is strong.
Exactly.
He's over strong to help me to come out of this situation.
Exactly.
Wow, but
and listen, if I will say this because I know this comes up a lot, especially because I talk with a lot of young adults dealing with the same thing. And they're like, yeah, but like, it's still so much pressure. Because it's like, I understand what God did for me to free me from it, but how do I stop doing it? And it's one of those things where you can tell yourself, I'm going to stop drinking. You can tell yourself, I'm going to stop eating Krispy Kreme donuts 3 boxes at a time. You can tell yourself you're going to stop doing all these things. But if you don't receive what actually was completed for you, you're going to continue going back, because the taste, the memory, the residue of what was already cleaned up, we create the problem a lot of times because we say, all right, he freed me, I receive it. And God literally removes the taste. But as soon as he removed the taste, you're like, I wonder if it still tastes good. And the moment you do that, you easily start looking for it. And I've talked with different guys, and they're like, man, that's actually true. I'm like, yeah, because what you do is God removed the taste. you already you believe that you're the righteousness of God. We even even your mindset, like I'm righteous. This is beneath me.
Yeah.
Like God has already freed me from this. I have no taste for this. I'm confessing this. I'm believing. I'm healed from it. But then you still go back and say, am I still affected? And then you look for ways to try to prove if you're still affected or not. That is like a ex-crack fiend going out saying, I'm going to hang around some crack.
Yeah.
If you had an issue with it, get away from it.
Yeah.
Like, cut it off.
Yeah.
And it's something that you have to be intentional over, because otherwise you will play yourself. And that's the thing that as far as how I said is the cycle, that roller coaster of, all right, I'm freed from it, but then I keep going back, and I'm freed from it and I keep going back. I did that, and it created this like red button. Just don't touch it. Don't get close to it. You'll be all right. And that created this weird condemnation, because now it's more of a temptation to see if I'm still affected. But what I had to realize was, all right, he really freed me. I received this freedom. I'm actually healed from it. Lord, you've removed this taste from me.
Yes.
Now, because you've removed the taste, I don't need to go looking to see if I need to sample my palate to see if it still affects me. Like, why would you do that? You have been freed from something to go back to it, to now repeat it. You're wasting your time, because now you're creating the new condemnation or another condemnation, repeating it, saying, well, God's going to free me again. He already did.
Yeah.
If you free, why go back to jail?
Yeah. Wow. That's good. That's good. But I want to add to that. When I used to go to clubs a lot and everything, that was addicted to me. Just like every Friday, man, it was like I had to get dressed and you go to clubs and everything. And I guess it was one particular time I enjoyed it so much. And I guess it had got to a level that, oh man, I'm in the top level of joining, going to the club and everything. But then something changed in me, because when I wanted to go, and that God had changed my inner thought of it, and I went to the club, it was like I didn't enjoy them.
Yeah.
I went and just, okay, it's nice just hearing the music and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't like excitement anymore. So I stepped away for a while, and that was nothing but God just building me, changing me. And as he was changing me, I said, okay, I thought I'd go back out there and see what it's all about. The music, the people, didn't enthuse me anymore.
The taste is gone.
The taste was gone.
Yeah.
But I think it was a process, though.
Yeah.
That process made a difference to knowing that I wanted a mindset of change.
Yeah.
And same with you, I feel like God gave you ability of a mindset of change.
Yeah. The Bible talks about renewing your mind.
Yeah.
Like you have to, and the thing is, renewing your mind isn't one time. Like you're constantly renewing your mind. Like, and again, I'm not to like harp on the area of pornography, but you can, all right, I don't go to this certain website.
Yeah.
All right, you're not on this certain website, but it's not like the enemy's not going to show you something else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not on this website, I'm on Instagram. Now you see stuff on Instagram. You're like, all right, let me get off Instagram. Now let me go to Twitter. Oh, I'm seeing stuff on Twitter. Now let me go. Like so instead your mind has to be renewed. Like, so it's more of your eating, your living, your drinking, your everyday life, setting it before God as a living sacrifice, saying, all right, I'm not going to be conformed to this world. I'm not going to be conformed to its traditions, the culture, and I'm going to replace what I know with who you are. I'm going to renew my life, renew my mind to my new identity. Because if not, it's only a matter of time. Like you're going to go back, even with the new taste. You'll just figure out how to taste something different.
So that mind got to be set before anything else.
It has to.
Wow. The word, your action, your everyday being, the things, if you can change that, you can change your life.
You can.
Wow. Even it started with a question too. And number one question we had, it says, as a father and a son in life, what challenged you to become a better man?
In a lot of ways, I believe that as men, we are supposed to be proof that we exist. So for me, I wanted to be better because even though my father was there, meaning he wasn't an absentee dad or anything like that, I just didn't know him. I didn't have a relationship with him.
Wow.
So even when it came time for like, oh, come out to my basketball game, I didn't want to play basketball because I didn't know if he was going to show up. Oh, come out to this certain recital or whatever. I found myself kind of not doing things because I didn't know if he was going to be there or if anybody cared.
Wow.
In all truth.
Yeah.
So with that, even though, like I said, my dad was there, my most important years, he moved back to Ghana. Started a whole nother family. I have another little brother. Started a whole nother family, and he came back when I graduated. Actually, right before I graduated, and I told him my graduation is going to be in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then he went back to Ghana. I was like, brother, like this is your opportunity. But it's like because I'm not gonna say I didn't have tangible examples, but I didn't have the examples that I wanted. So instead, I found myself, ultimately creating my starting five, or these are the men that I really identify as real men.
Wow.
And I more so glean from them, like, okay, I really appreciate his consistency. I see the way he shows up. And for me, even before having a family, I said, you know what? Either I can continue with the stereotypes or the assumption or the preconceived or whatever. I can stay with what people think, especially black men are, or I can be proof that as black men, we do show up.
Wow.
We are here. Like we do stay with our families. We do love our wives. We don't have to cheat on them. We don't have to be abusive. We don't have to be present in the house but not present in their lives. Like we can actually be men. So for me, I wanted to be a man, especially a stand-up man, because I'm like, I have daughters.
Yes.
I have two beautiful daughters. They're going to see if, first of all, my daddy loves me, and not only does my daddy love me, my daddy loves my mom. So they have proof that it exists. They don't have to go read into some fairy tale, some fantasy. They don't have to be convinced or lured away by some little musty little boy that don't know nothing. They have literal proof, walking, living with them every day, that not only do I still have bath time with them, not only do I still, we have a good night song that we sing every single night. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, about to be 5 and 8. Still, every single day, same things, same bath time, same time with them as much as I can, because I want to show that as men, as your man, your first man, I'm here.
Wow.
So as far as for me to be a better man, I want to be proof. I want to represent the way that God is present in my life. So as a man, I want to be present in their lives.
Wow. So really let your action show.
Yeah.
More than your doing all kind of other crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's not lip service.
Yeah,
Can't be.
It can't be. So in order to become a better man, you really just got to, again, put a mindset in your head. And like the Bible says in Romans 12:2, said, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing our mind. Yeah. So if we renew our mind that we want to be a better person, we got to have a better mindset.
Definitely. And I'll even add to that too. It's easy to see a negative representation and say, I want to be the counter to that. It's easy to do that. And most men, they say, I never want to be like my dad because he was this way. I never want to be like this person. He was that way. It's easy to do that, but 8 times out of 10, you kind of end up being that same way. And a lot of times it's because you're so focused on this negative image that you don't want to be, that you almost attract it. So instead, I now replace, all right, you know what? There's the true man, even the men that I said, my starting five. Yeah. I look at them, they not perfect.
Yeah. They ain't.
So I can't hold them to that standard. The only perfect person is Jesus. That's it. If he's my standard, all right, you're going to be the one. You're the one where the buck stops there. I don't have to look at nobody else. I can look at them as tears, but everybody else, they underneath you. I don't exalt them above you. I don't say, well, I want to be just like this person. I want to be just like you. Wow. The way you love people, the way you show up for people, the way you care, the way you embrace, the way you are. I want that. And if I can be that in my everyday life as I am, all I'm doing is representing them.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's funny you said that, man, because my son, he said some things when he was young in life. Dad, I'll never be like you. Dad, I'll never be like you. But later on in life hit him. And when it hit him with a brick. Because the things that he said he wasn't going to do fall right into his life. Yeah. And to be honest with you, he was so ashamed that he wouldn't admit it to me that it happened. Yeah.
Because
But
you
I
still
seen
focus on not wanting to be like you.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, I'm walking the same path.
Same path, man. But that's how God is so real, though.
Yeah.
We can live our lives and live it to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
But God has the final say so.
He has the final say.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still God.
He's still God.
So
He oversees it all, man.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. We got a lot to say, man. It's like we done turn around. We done almost didn't mess everything up. But it's a lot, man. But basically, I'm going to go to this other question here. Is, what was the most hurting thing in your mind that made you want to change?
Now, the most hurtful thing in my mind, I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like growing up, my smile eventually became my my mask.
Wow.
Because I have the appearance of for so many people, they're like, oh, nothing ever affects you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. It's a mask. It's and it eventually it became that because everything from being a dark, as they say, a black, dark skinned man growing up in Atlanta, being talked about every kind of way. If I hold this mic, they'll be like, where the mic at? Is that your arm or your other mic? Everything from self-esteem to, as I mentioned a moment ago with my dad, and then also being a middle child, where as the middle child, it's like you were kind of in the shadow of your older brother, but then at the same time, you're there to, in a way, I don't want to say guide, but help out your younger sibling. So it's like, I felt like I was in the middle, but I didn't really have a place, but I wanted a place. I don't know what the most hurtful thing, I'll use this example though. Of one hurtful thing, because
we got some life is celebrating on some stuff. Listen, now I'm just saying,
and that's how we grow. But
yeah, that's true.
But I remember one particular incident. Me and my little brother used to fight all the time.
Wow,
like all the time. Now we had a rule: we never hit above the neck, like everything below, but all the time. So with the amount of times we fought. Even though I'm older than him by 2 years, obviously stronger than him, he still, as a little brother, thinks he can take big brother. And one time in particular, I remember my mom. We were fighting, and he cried, and my mom was like, "You're so much bigger than him. What would have happened if he would have such and whatever?" Well, for some reason, this one time it hit me different, to the point that I started to question if I really mattered. And I may have been 12. Because she
13. Said what she said.
And she meant no ill will.
No, I know she didn't.
It was literally just what would have happened. What would you have said if something would have happened to him, like he would have really got hurt or whatever. And I kind of took it to heart, like, well, everybody cares about everybody else.
Yeah.
Nobody actually cares about me. Like, nobody's asking, well, what if something happened to you? It's just, what if something happened to him, or what if something happened here? But nobody ever checks on me. And I remember I went to my room after the tears, and I remember looking around in my room, and I said, I guess I don't matter. And I actually said, yep, nobody will miss me. So I looked around my room, and I, for some reason, first time, thoughts of suicide.
Oh, man.
Like, immediately. And I looked around, I saw a pair of scissors in the room. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I could cut myself. But that's real bloody. Remember, I said I don't like blood. So I'm like, that's a little nasty. Like, I don't want blood. But then after that, I looked around, and I saw a towel. Now, even though I'm 12, I'm still intelligent. So I thought, I'll just choke myself out. So I literally took a towel, wrapped it around my neck, and was pulling it until, I think, in a way, I wanted to know if somebody cared, but at the same time, I wanted to see what would happen if I wasn't there.
Wow.
So I'm pulling it, and my little brother, the same one I was just fighting, came up and saw me. And he came, and of course, him trying to take away the towel, I pulled tighter. Oh. So I'm like, because you're not going to overpower me. So I'm pulling tight, and I got tears in my eyes. He was like, let go. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know what you crying for because you don't care either. And then he got my older brother. Now my older brother clearly stronger than me. So he came, he basically knocked it out of my hand and he's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, nobody cares. And I just remember a lot of tears.
Wow.
A lot of tears. But it's like in that moment, I felt like, do I really have significance? Does anybody actually care? Because I'm just the middle boy. Nobody ever asks anything about me. I show up for everybody, but nobody cares. And when my older brother, he was like, no, we do care. He's like, you're our brother. Like, we love you and such and such. He just poured into me. And my little brother's like, you my big brother. And, all this. And I was like, well, I guess they do care. But at the same time, you look back and it's like, was I really going to go through that? But what if he didn't come in? Yeah. Or what if my big brother wasn't there to come and stop me? Because since I tightened up more. Now, of course, we know to fit our bodies, you might pass out, but you're going to still come back because the way God made us. Because I didn't do it in a way that I'm going to actually cut off my airflow. At least that's what I eventually started to think. But my point is, I was able to see that I do matter. Yeah. Even though in that moment, I really didn't feel like it because everybody cared about everybody else and nobody ever asked me about me. So that was one moment that was very hurtful simply because it was hurtful, but it also, the other side of it was I saw that you can't expect or you can't assume people don't care because you're projecting your insecurity. And that's what I was doing. I was just projecting. I see myself this way. Yeah. I see myself as nobody shows up. You never gave them anything to show up for. Nobody ever asked me what's going on with me. You never tell them what's going on. So I was creating my own issues and then mad at the result. Wow. So for me, I was able to come out of that knowing, either I can cry about the stuff that I'm creating or I can be different. And I choose to be different. And I realize I do matter. Yeah. Like I not only have voice, but I carry weight in this family. So definitely. That was one incident. But
that's a key point because a lot of people don't think they're value. Yeah. It's time in life that we go through sometimes that it devalues us. Yeah. But if you really look at the situation, victory is on the inside of you.
It is.
So if you keep living and keep going on, you're gonna be valued. Yeah. It might not be that person that you think that devalue you. It may be a person that's going to value because of who you are and what you're going through and what you're representing. Life make a different change in us if we want it. You gotta want it. You gotta believe it. And I always say this, change, accept change, embrace change, and start new beginnings. Yeah. Because all that come from the inside. And basically, man, I'm glad you came out and said that because it may be somebody out there that's going through and they think they're not valued. Yeah. Value yourself regardless. Yeah. Regardless of what anybody say about you, value you. Yeah. Believe what the Bible says about you, and that'll carry you on. Yeah. Because, man, life is not easy, but it's what you make out of it. Wow, that's a blessing, man.
That's for sure.
Man, for saying what you're saying, things that you're saying. But I got another question here, and it says, what it means to have the victory. What it means to have the victory.
For me, having the victory is really understanding that the battle is really already won. Wow. For me, victory is the end of struggle. Victory is celebration. It's joy. It's peace. It's fullness. Victory is so much. It's so much for me. Yes, but it's really just it's understanding that it works. For me, I liken it to I know we're saying having the victory, but I see it as a victory lap. And I see my life that way. So when it comes to me having victory, I see my life as a victory lap. What that simply means is, even with the Olympics, you think about the track team, the runners, I just saw a 4x1 relay with the ladies. Shout out to them. But they, everybody's running through. And once they cross that finish line, there's no more hustle. Wow. There's no more struggle. Yeah. There's no more energy that you have to exert except for, let me hold up my flag and tour around this lap showing I have victory. I've won. And for me, it's kind of interesting because I used to have this weird thing that I did. I played basketball when I was younger. And I had this thing that we can be in the middle of the game, but if I knew that I figured out your game and how to beat you, I don't have to play you anymore. Wow. Even though the game isn't over, I already know, I got you. Like I figured you out. I know you can't guard me on this side. I know I can cross you up. I know I can shoot over you. I know I'm stronger than you. All of this. Already, I've checked out because I'm like, I already won. I don't have to prove anything else. And for me, that's the way I see victory. When you understand that it's actually won, you're like, I'm not struggling. For what? I've actually already won. Like, you know what? The game is over. Hey, we got 10 minutes left. No, you got 10 minutes left to realize that you lost. I've already won. So I see it that same way. And I'm starting to, in all truth, I'm starting to really embrace and apply that to all the different areas in my life. Even when it comes to, let's say, finances. In the moment, you might be like, I don't have this, or bank account looking low, or whatever. But when you understand you have the victory, you're like, you know what? He was made poor so I can be made rich. You know what? The blessing is on me. You know what? Everything I touch prospers. I already won. It's just right now it looks like it's this certain amount in my account, but it's only a matter of time. So you might see it as Monday morning, this is what it looks like, but I know by Monday at 5 o'clock, it's changed. So I don't have to struggle anymore or become anxious because I understand that I've already won. So for me, victory is an understanding my identity. I'm a born winner. Nothing I do fails. So I'm literally walking victory. Like people might as well just be close to me because everything that I do, it works. Like every single thing. And I don't look at that as arrogance. I see it as, he says, I will bless the works of your hands. So anything I touch is gonna work. So it's just, don't let me touch it because it's going to work. Oh, man. So victory, it should exude out of you. It's a confidence. It's a knowing that God made me this way. Yeah. So why am I going to sit there and walk around like a loser if he won?
Yeah.
He won. And I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm not losing nothing. So I hope
he
that
already placed it in you, though. He's already placed it in you.
Why struggle? Why struggle?
But in 2 Corinthians 15:5 says, but thanks be to God, which give us victory through Christ Jesus. He gave us that. That's what the Bible said. The Bible said we didn't say it.
But we don't believe he gave it to us. That's the thing. You sitting there dribbling your ball. You're looking at the time. You're like dribbling. He's like, hey, the score is actually this. You already won. You're like, but I still got to keep shooting. Do you? What you struggling for? You sweating, you worried. It don't matter what you think the end your shot gonna be. You shoot this one shot thinking it's a 2-pointer. It's actually a 30-pointer because the rules are different when you won. He makes up the difference.
Wow.
So it's one of those things of understanding, man, I have the victory through him. Wow. Like he's giving it to me. Yeah. Like, so I don't have to walk. Like I literally have a title belt on my shoulder. I have a flag, a banner that I'm walking around this whole track like I won. Why? You trying to race? You can't race a winner? Like the game is over. It's done.
But check this out though, man. When you at the starting line. And you get ready to start. You already got victory done started on the inside of you. Yeah. So you just taking off.
Yeah.
And knowing it's already in you
and
that
you're taking off in joy. You're not taking off in fear, worried, thinking, is it going to work? And that's that place of victory. Because now you have joy that, I've already overcome this. Yeah. So it's not that you don't race. That's the thing. People think, you have victory, you don't do nothing. No, you can still race. You still, the gun's still going to go off, still take off. But now you take off from a place of, instead of anxiousness, you take off from a place of joy of, I have this. I'm confident. Done. It's already done.
I'm a winner.
Yeah, that I know the outcome.
Yeah.
So I might as well come out. I know what it's gonna look like. Shoot, I'm not. I'm telling you, Minister D, I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling no more.
Yeah.
My wife love me. My kids love me. My dog annoying, but he love me too. Listen, everybody, everywhere I go, I'm like, I'm not. Why should I? Why should I second guess?
Yeah. Yeah.
I attract all good things, and it came from Him.
Yeah.
So if I attract all good things, that means there's no bad things coming my way. He's caused all things to work together for my good. He's giving me the victory. I can do all things through Christ. It's a mindset. So if you're not going to sit there and change your mind on who you are, you're still going to be insecure, wondering where it's at. I don't wonder no more.
Wow.
And this is, I'm saying this because as we're talking, it's one of those things that you don't, I'm not saying you don't realize what's in you, but you don't realize a lot of times what's in you until it needs to come out. And once it starts coming out, you're like, oh, that been there.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm almost, it feels like you're looking for something instead of actually understanding what's been placed in you. We're looking outside for what's inside instead of living from what's inside to come outside.
Man, you should this podcast is really based on living from the inside out.
Yeah.
I mean, if we only can grab that's on the inside of us, we can accomplish a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even like this peace thing that Pastor was talking about today.
Yeah. Which was amazing.
Which was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, man, the peace of God is so real in our lives. And just like John 14:26 says, it says, peace I leave you.
Yeah.
My peace I give unto you. Let not your heart be
troubled. Yeah.
Man, that's so real.
Yeah.
I know my uncle, he was 99 years old before he died. But this man had so much peace in his life. And I believe that's the reason why he lived 99 years old. He let nothing worry him. His wife, man, he just always kept a smile on his face. When I seen him, man, I never seen him worry about anything. And I believe that would take a man a long ways.
Yeah.
If you just find the peace of God.
Yeah. It makes you bulletproof.
I mean, say that again.
It makes you bulletproof. Like, think about it. Nothing can affect you. Because you're like, I got peace.
Yeah.
I got peace. And the fact that you have peace means that stuff wants to affect you to disturb your peace. And either you can give into it or not. So instead, I'm like, I got peace. I have the peace. Peace I leave with you. I have that.
Yeah.
All right. Does that mean the stuff ain't coming up? It does.
Yeah.
Because we're still living. But again, be of good cheer.
Yeah.
I've overcome it.
Yeah.
So not only do I leave you peace, I've already left you the victory. I've already overcame it. But you sit there and you dial into, but is it going to work? Is it going to work? Now your peace is being disrupted because you were just sitting in a place of, he's already finished it. I have the victory. I have peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. I got that. But now things are coming up that's challenging. Well, do you? Do you have the peace? Like, is it really that? Do you have that? Because if you really have that, then you shouldn't be worried. But I smell a little worry on you. Is that a bead of sweat? You look a little shaky. Now you have to get back grounded. You have you know what?
Yeah.
His grace is sufficient.
His grace is sufficient.
It's sufficient.
That's the main thing that you got to grab on.
Yeah.
His grace is sufficient in anything that you go through life. His grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And boast in that weakness.
Yeah. And then see, God give you grace.
Yeah.
But on the other end, he also give you the victory.
Yeah. That's
the
a
victory
win-win.
is right around the corner. The victory is right around the corner. It's a win-win situation. Yeah. Wow, man.
It's a win-win. How can you lose? I'm sorry, because not only I gave you the victory, but I gave you the grace.
Yeah.
How can you lose? Just that alone. You know, how can you think about it? How can you lose? And it's wild because the only way you lose is when you accept defeat.
Oh.
So you can't lose. Like, do you accept the win or accept defeat? Because it's really your choice. And that's where that renewing the mind comes in. Because either I'm going to accept the loss or I'm going to accept the victory.
Wow, that's good.
And it's your choice.
Wow.
I set before you a win or a loss.
Wow, man. I have another question, man. What would you tell a brother that's going through something that victory starts from the inside?
Brother,
There he is. Bro.
I know that it's tough. I know the pressure feels real, but God's love for you is realer. So what I'll say to you is you got to change your mind about how you see yourself. Because again, you can either project your insecurity, you can project defeat, you can project it all out there, and you can say, well, why is this coming? Because you're focusing on a part of you that's no longer you. He made you to be victorious in every area. He made you the exact way that you are. He loves you beyond measure. Like he sees the best in you. Stop paying attention to the worst part of you and start leaning into what he sees about you. The whole thing about renewing the mind, don't think that you're going to sit there and you're just going to accidentally just start thinking different. No, you have to intentionally set the tone, set the stage. No, I am victorious. I am a winner. God loves me. God sees me. Have a relationship with God. You be intentional about living this life, and you'll see that the victory has been yours the whole time. It's been something that that God put in my heart a couple weeks ago. This is the first time me saying it openly, but it's the statement of "and suddenly," and suddenly is such a powerful statement. But it makes me think about when the 10 lepers, when they got healed. When the 10 lepers got healed, Jesus told them he didn't touch them. He didn't give them no special magic formula. None of that. He said, go show yourself to the priest. And the Bible says, as they went, they were healed.
Yeah.
Like as they went. So they had to actually believe in what he said, because as they went, they received their healing. It's one of those things that it made me think about "and suddenly." And suddenly is a realization of what already took place.
Wow.
It already happened. You just realized it. If you really think about that, you having the victory has already happened. You just haven't realized it. So if you want to suddenly see the victory, suddenly realize what he did. and then you'll look at you like, wait, for some reason, for the past couple of weeks, everything's been working. Everything's been lining up. And now you have this aha moment where you're like, wait, is this stuff really, is God really working? Oh, and suddenly. But it been happened. It happened already. The same way when Jesus spoke to the fig tree.
Yeah.
And it was dried up from the root. The disciples came back and they said, hey, isn't that the tree you spoke to? Isn't that it? It's like, why are you surprised? It already happened. You just suddenly saw it. You just saw what took effect 24 hours ago. So change isn't change until it changes.
Yes, it is.
And the thing about even being disciplined, being consistent, it looks boring. It's the same thing over and over. But then one day you'll realize, wait, it's something just happened. And it's not that you did something that it was overnight. No, it was 10 years. 10 years of the same thing. And suddenly you notice, I'm in a different place. My mindset is different.
Yeah.
Everything seems to just be working. So for you, brother, that's out there, listen, you are victorious.
Yeah.
You are. He made you that way. Now, don't think that it's anything that you did that made yourself perfect. Take yourself out of the equation, get your ego out of the way, and realize that he did it. So lean into what he did. Find out what he did for yourself. For yourself. I know we're saying all this on the podcast, but go look at it for yourself. Get your mind renewed in who you really are. And who you really are, not what everybody else try to tell you, not what you used to be. If you're a believer and you love God and God is, first of all, you believe and receive Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you are a brand new creature, brand new creation that never existed. What was it 2 Corinthians 5:17? Brand new. You brand new. So because you brand new, you gotta walk in that brand new nature. You can't continue living the way you used to, being the same way you used to, thinking that it's gonna be different. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing, wanting it to be different. So if you're tired of being a loser, stop losing. That's what I'll say to them. And I say that with love.
Yeah. But then another thing too I want to add though, it's a process.
Yeah.
When you think you trying to reach that particular goal, don't think it's gonna happen like microwave.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah.
And as you go through that process, you build a joy that things are changing by the goals that you're set, and you see it, and it make a difference in your life. Wow, that's good, man.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Slow cook. Get that crock pot.
Get that-
Turn that microwave off. Let that thing just
Let
cook.
that thing cook, man.
Let it cook. Stop being in so much of a rush. What you rushing for? Like what we rushing for? Like, man, I want to hurry up. For what?
Well, for what?
You got your whole life to enjoy this. Enjoy it. Embrace the change. And it's almost like, even when it comes to the victory, like, and instead of, I'm sorry I use this example, but instead of, oh, I'm gonna go suck some fat out of my body. No, go walk.
Yeah.
Go walk. Change the way you eat. Change the way you eat. Change the things you do. Get active. Do different things instead of, well, I'm gonna just suck it out of myself. You might have sucked it out of yourself, but you still got the same way you thought before. So it's only a matter of time. It's just now the frame is different. You're just gonna pop out in different places.
Yeah.
So instead, renew your mind. If you new, go work out. Go eat different. Go do this. Change your environment. Change the way you process things. Change what you're putting on the inside of you. Now that's the slow cook. Because now you're understanding it's a total life change rather than a quick fix.
Wow. But I want to add too, is the key thing is discipline.
Yeah.
Consistency doing it. It may not happen the first time, but get up in the moment, get up and do it again.
Yeah.
That's the key thing.
Do it again.
Wow.
You better say that.
Wow.
You better say that. You better do it again.
Do it again. Consistency is the game.
Yeah.
Wow, man. But man, this has been, a fantastic podcast, man.
It's an honor for sure.
Anything else you want to add?
Just that I appreciate this opportunity. I don't take it lightly. I know when you asked, he was like, hey, you want to come out? I was like, yeah. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, why not? You asked. So I'm happy that I was able to, one, I was available. Shout out to my daughters who said, okay, you can go. I got to check in with the 3 ladies of the house, and they were like, all right, we here. But it's definitely an honor. I appreciate you taking a stand to say, all right, as men, stop hearing and looking at all these different sources. Instead, like, tap into who you are, tap into who God made you to be.
Yes.
And instead of trying to look for some golden ticket somewhere, like, just tap in. He's right there.
Yes, he is.
Like, he's right there. And it's important to put that before men's eyes, because at the end of the day, we need to know that there's proof.
And know that somebody out there cares about you.
Yeah.
You know? Like God, he loves you unconditional.
Yeah.
No matter what you do or what you've done in life, you got a God in heaven that's telling you, son, I love you.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing,
Yeah.
I'm still going to care for you. And that's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
But, man, you have stirred my heart up. Man, you have said some words I think that's going to make a difference out there. And it's an honor again for you coming here, man, and sharing your wisdom, sharing what you did. And it makes a difference, man, Know that somebody cares and somebody wants to put it out there like it's supposed to be put out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That's for sure.
But thank you for watching this podcast. Gathering of the Lions, Man Communicate. You can give a donation if you like to, but I'd like for you to give your donation with love. And you can go to our website, Gathering of the Lions, with the S on the end of it, .com. Please go on and give your donations. And also on that website, people that want to come on the podcast, and you can contact us and let us know whether you want to come on or not. We can communicate back and forth. But thank you again. This has been a fantastic podcast, and may God bless you, and may you continue on doing what you're doing. Man, be strong, let grace in your heart, and also let victory be in your life. Have a nice day.